It's a family affair.
I guess we're not gonna put the lamp on. It's enough light, I guess. Okay. All right.
You good?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, so we don't need it then.
No, I mean.
Hold right there. 1 cup of sugar.
You making lemonade?
Hmm?
Hey, what you making? Lemonade?
Mango.
Mango lemonade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the stop, I got getting Mr. P.O. Mama told me, man, shit, if I don't write it down, I'll forget it.
Welcome, Blossom Washington, Dwight Hatch, Sonia Lewis Jones. Michelle Hall says, hello, beautiful family. Hello, Miss Michelle. Paula Wells, welcome. Dwight Hatch says, good evening, cousin.
Good evening,
Good
everybody.
evening, Mr. Dwight. Thank you for
Hey,
sharing
Dwight,
the
what's
live.
going
Hello, Miss Paula Wells.
on? Hey, Paula, how you doing?
Miss Paula said, good evening, James, Vet, and Candace.
Candy, Bet is absent tonight, y'all.
Yeah, she's a little under the weather.
She's under the weather. And
welcome, Jeanette Masson. Hey, sis. Welcome, Aretha Garrett. Melvin Florence says hello.
Hey, Melvin, how you doing?
Waving right back at you. Thank you for that avatar. Welcome, Denise Weston. Thank you so much, Miss Paula, for sharing the live. Jeanette, hey, girl. Jeanette say, hey, Mama and Daddy. I tell her she in the back.
yeah,
She not feeling good tonight. Well, she been feeling good for a couple of days.
she
Thank
went
you
down
for
there
that.
since we went and ate, and she complained about the food.
Thank you for that high avatar, Melvin. Hello. Miss Patricia Johnson say, hey, cousins, how is my family? We doing good. Mama not feeling too good. She ain't been feeling too good the past couple of days. Hello, Miss Sharon Brown, number 1.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
Marquita Williams says, good evening, my favorite family from Mobile, Alabama. She says, have a blessed Thursday. Thank you. Lisa Green says, evening, $1 Million Barbecue Sauce Cooking. Good evening, Miss Lisa. Thank you so much, Mr. Melvin, for sharing the live.
Thank you, Melvin. Appreciate it.
Janita Love says, good evening, cousins. Good evening. John Tave say, hello, Mr. James and family.
Hey,
good
how
evening.
you doing,
how y'all
John?
doing tonight? We're doing good. Mr. John, how are you doing? Welcome, Mabel Whitaker. Terrence Gaines says, good evening. Sharon Brown, number 1, says, good evening, $1 Million family. Welcome, Sarita Beard. Melvin Florence says, Candy, I need you to be on your best behavior. I need you to be on your best behavior. Clarissa Hicks Jordan says, hello from Warner Robins, Georgia. How you doing, Miss Clarissa?
We're just going to have to go
welcome,
see
Tarsha Dorsey.
and let him know you for real, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Miss Sarita Beard says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Linda Robinson says, good evening, my favorite family. How you doing, Miss Linda? Let me stop and let y'all know what we got going on tonight. We have pork chops, chicken wings, mashed potatoes and gravy, purple cabbage, and tossed salad with deviled eggs. And they're going to make some lemon mango?
Lemonade mango.
Okay.
Yeah. I already got the sugar.
Mango lemonade.
Yeah.
Daddy,
Yeah.
how your feet feeling? Melvin say.
My left feet is good, but the right don't have no feeling in the toes, you know. So I don't know what that's all about. You know, I was going to look for a job and I changed my mind.
Yeah,
I
right.
ain't gonna be able to do no climbing.
Yeah. Miss Patricia
But it really hurts so bad.
Says, listen, please, thank them so much for me, and I'm praying for Mom. Thank you, Miss Patricia. Yolanda Shaw said, good evening, $1 Million Barbecue Sauce family, cousins, and friends. How you doing, Miss Yolanda? Thank you for that avatar, Miss Yolanda. Waving right back at you. Welcome, Ronald Glover. Melvin Florence says, I have 8 boxes of cheese. You gonna give me 2 of them? Huh, Mel? Welcome me one lately.
Tell Melvin I will be over there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You serious, Daddy?
Yeah, because, I mean, it don't make no sense, you know, for me keep telling him missing an appointment because he called and say, hey, I got this for y'all, come pick it up. But I did pick it up one time, though,
yeah.
You know, so I know exactly where Melvin live at.
Okay, Melvin, well, he going to be there at 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to be over here by 5 o'clock so I can get my keys.
Yeah.
Susan Adrian, how you doing, sis? Miss Linda, I will tell Mom to that you say get better soon. Byron Rogers says, good evening, family. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. We're doing well, Mr. Byron. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Miss Sharon Brown, number 1, for sharing.
Thank you, Sharon.
Oh, Melvin say no cake?
No cake because I've been kind of ripping and running, you know, and bet she ain't feeling good. So
it's only one of him, yeah.
It was on my mind, though. We don't hardly miss
Now we
it.
got a pie or something, though?
Yeah, I purchased a calamari pie.
Is it apple pie?
Apple pie.
Yeah, we got an apple pie.
Yeah, I went and picked up something, Melvin, you know.
Tina Collins said, hey, Miss Tina.
And when I picked up some ice cream, too, but.
Welcome Monique S. Singleton, Miss Roby Jean Grider, Patsy Smithwick. Melvin, don't you know that whatever you give my daddy is for me too? Melvin say they offered Mr. James. And I come over here and raid this. Look, I come over here and raid the refrigerators and the pantry.
With Mr. Peel.
And then my camera gonna have the nerve to call me a brat. I said that's like the coffee pot calling the tea kettle black.
She's drinking Mr. Peel now.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Cameron. That's the only one I had, Papa. Okay.
Welcome, Jacqueline Atkins. Lynn Lang says, good evening.
Hey,
good
Lynn, how you
evening,
doing?
Miss Lynn. Hello, Clarissa Hicks Jordan. Miss Ella Mae Jones Madison. How you doing, my love? And thank you for that avatar. Welcome, Denise Weston. Thank you so much, Miss Marquita Williams, for sharing a live. Hey, Miss Annie Reeves. I see that avatar. Deborah Moody says, hello, my $1 million family. Hello, Miss Deborah. How are you doing? Roby Jean Grider says, happy Thursday, beautiful family. Looking forward to another wonderful meal. Thank you, Miss Roby. Welcome, Rolanda Holmes J. Thank you so much, Mr. Byrne, for sharing our live. Welcome, Jacqueline Atkins. Melvin. Don't be sending it. Welcome, Niece Byers. Ella Mae Jones Madison says, hello, family. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Melvin. Don't be sending them dead. Byron Rogers said, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Melvin, you steady sending me these avatars. Mark Smith says, hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Mark. Barbara Brown says, good evening, cousins. Where everybody, y'all? Got James by himself. Mama not feeling good tonight, so it's just me and Daddy. Welcome, Flossie Barber. Jackie Smith. Juanita Gates says, hello, family. I just shared. Thank you, Miss Juanita. Thank you for sharing our live. Miss Sharon Brown, number 2. Miss Barbara Brown says, good evening, cousin. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, it's been rolled me back to Miss Barbara Brown. Welcome, Miss Flossie Barber, Jackie Smith. Imelda Brown. Thank you so much, Miss Ella Mae, for sharing our live. Melvin said, give him a call in the morning, Daddy.
Okay.
Dwight Hess says, praying for Miss Vet. She actually sounded a little bit better than what she had been. She just
She's been
called
sick ever since Sunday. We went out and ate, and she was complaining about the food being cold. She's been sick ever since. It might not have been the food.
You said it may not have been the food.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the pork chops. All right. And then the wings.
Yeah, they just need to warm up a little bit.
Okay.
What I did on the pork chops, they was on the smoker for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And the wings also were on there. So.
Okay. Miss Lakeisha Johnson says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Lakeisha. Welcome, Trisha Gilling, Imelda Brown. Melvin says, praying for Miss Vet. I most definitely would tell her, Melvin.
Y'all, we got the gravy right here for the potatoes.
So we should, honestly,
It ain't gonna take us
it ain't
long.
gonna take that long. Yeah, we.
I was trying to get up in the head of the game. If not, y'all been talking about James slow tonight. He can't do nothing without Miss Vet.
Thank you, Miss Lynn. Like I will tell Mom. Sharon Brown, number 2, says Thursday night blessings, my beautiful $1 Million Barbecue family. What's on the menu, cousins? God's blessings to everyone. Tonight, hey James and Candace, keep Vet lifted up in prayer. We most definitely will. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Okay, and we have pork chops, chicken wings, mashed potatoes and gravy, purple cabbage, a tossed salad with deviled eggs, and mango lemonade. Miss Cynthia Gibson says, good evening, $1 Million family.
Hey,
Good
Cynthia,
evening,
how you
Miss
doing?
Cynthia. Hello, Miss Linda Prelo. Marquita Williams says, praying for healing in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Miss Marquita. Mr. Byron Rogers says, praying for Miss Beck. Thank you, Mr. Byron. Cynthia Gibson says, happy blessed the month of May. Thank you, Miss Cynthia.
All right, y'all, use a half a cup of sugar. And this mango is tropical pineapple mango. And I'm using Minute Maid lemonade.
Miss Linda Prelo says, my cousin, how are you doing? We're doing good, Miss Linda. Mom is just a little under the weather tonight. Well, actually, I'm just not getting better myself, too. Welcome, Trisha Gilling. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia, for sharing the live. Miss Imelda Brown. Yeah, Melvin. Melvin said, Candy, you sound congested. Yeah, Melvin, I've been fighting with this since last Thursday. I'll clear up, and then I'll get back congested. Clear up, get back congested. But I'm trying, y'all. I don't know what that like. All these women over here.
we need some good rain.
Yeah, because all this pollen and stuff. And that's the thing, you know, I never had problems with my sinuses, but the older I get, the more and more my mama come out of me. He gonna say it. I thought I got all the. I say, nah, man. You may have got them when you was younger, but nah, man, I'm getting them now. Cause you know, Mama always had sinus problems. Mama always had sinus problems. I never had sinus problems, but now it's like the older I get,
it's year round.
She started coming out in me. Cynthia Gibson says, hello, Candy. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Kathy Wilson says, good evening, family. Good evening. Regina Waters says, good evening, cousins. I shared. Thank you so much, Miss Regina. We appreciate that. Billy White says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Billy. Hello, Kathy Wilson. Jaretha Harris. Cynthia Gibson says, praying Miss Vet will feel better soon. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. I will let her know. Welcome, Brenda Oglen. Lakeisha Johnson says, young mango lemonade sounds delicious. It is. It is. It's really good.
I gotta put a patent on this.
Daddy said you gotta put a patent on it.
Because I love it, man. I stopped drinking Mr. Bibb. I've been drinking all this. I've been drinking this.
Oh, Daddy. How your sugar be?
That's probably why
I feel say the sugar.
my toes hurt.
Sharon Brown, number
And
1 says.
And you know what? I don't mind complaining about it.
Oh, you don't mind complaining. Sharon Brown, number 1 said, James, come through with this delicious meal that we all know you can handle all by yourself. Chef James on board, y'all. Cooking with Chef Bunky D and Tanya. Say, hey, family. Hello. How y'all doing? Sharon Brown, thank you for those hearts.
Okay. Okay.
Ernest Brown says, good afternoon, cuz. Good afternoon, Mr. Ernest. How you doing tonight? Billy White says, praying she feels better soon. Thank you, Billy. Thank you so much, Miss Rose Dykes, for sharing the live. Jacqueline Rivers says, hey, everyone. Hello, Miss Jacqueline. How you doing? Welcome, Kathy Wilson. Cheryl Fields Johnson says, hello, beautiful family. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you doing tonight? Welcome, Pansy Taylor. Jaretha Harris says, hey, Vet James and Candace. Hello, Miss Jaretha. Vet is sick tonight, so I will let Vet is sick tonight. So, I've been saying mama, but it be funny because when I get in the role, it's like, oh well, I'm just going
the only thing she know was my vet.
My vet. That's what I used to call my mama. I didn't call her mama. I called her my vet when I was a little girl.
I remember that.
Welcome, Niece Byers, Tricia Dillon, Sharon Brown.
Okay.
Number 1 says, send up reactions, y'all. God's blessings to everybody on this beautiful Thursday night. We love you, Candace. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon Brown. Number 2, we love you too.
Appreciate it.
Jimmy Francis McCleveland says, good evening, cousins. Good evening, Mr. Jimmy. Welcome, Denise Weston. Jaretha Harris says, I came in late. What's for dinner? We have pork chops, chicken wings, mashed potatoes, purple cabbage, with tossed salad, deviled eggs, and mango lemonade. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Sharon Brown, number 2, for reminding. Could you guys please share the live? That's how you know I'm still congested. Sharita Monique Brandon says, hello, Miss Sharita. Hello, Miss Hattie Moore. Miss Hattie say, afternoon from Mississippi. Miss you all so much, cuz. We miss you too, Miss Hattie. Dwight Hatch, thank you for that avatar, the GOAT. Welcome, Tesha Bragg McCoon.
You said McCoon?
McCoon.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Cynthia,
She live in Houston?
Tisha, you live in Houston? Cynthia Gibson says, hello, Chef and Tanya. Hello, Pansy Taylor. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Miss Jaretha. Miss Patricia Haygood Bailey says, hey, how are you doing? Doing good, Miss Patricia. How you doing? Welcome, Vania Appling. Chris Dinkins says, good evening from Delaware. How you doing,
Chris,
Mr.
how you
Dinkins?
doing? Man, I got jealous of that cap you've been wearing, you know. I told my wife, I said, man, I'm going to have to start wearing my red cap.
Oh, yeah. You look good on it, don't you? Thank you so much, Tesha, for sharing that live. Linda Prelo said, I'm just getting better from allergies. The pollen is bad. Yeah, Miss Linda, it is. Yeah, it is. It's really bad here.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Smith says, hello, cousins. Hello, Miss Jackie. Jaretha Harris said, I pray for a speedy recovery for Vet. Thank you so much. Karen Thompson says, good evening, cousins. Good evening, Miss Karen. Miss Sharon Brown number 2. I said Miss Sharon Brown number 2. Didn't I say Miss Sharon Brown number 2?
I heard you say Sharon Brown, but I ain't getting number 2.
Oh, okay. I knew it was number 2. I'm sorry.
I was going to say something. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm sorry. I knew it was number 2. Yeah. The both of y'all on here. Irma Washington says, evening, y'all. Evening, Miss Irma. Welcome, Alicia Robinson McCullum. Dwight Hatch says, James, you need Chef Sage in the kitchen tonight. Ooh. Look at that. Ooh, y'all don't know, man. When Sage be over here, man, Sage be running that crazy. Sage be on that.
I had a suitcase at the door. She never did move it.
But that Sage be on her pow.
That's crazy.
Welcome, Patsy Smithwick. Melvin say, are they jumbo wings? Daddy, they jumbo wings?
No.
They ain't okay. Nah, they ain't jumbo wings like
we don't eat jumbo wings over here.
We be looking like, oh, I be talking about, where y'all get them dinosaur wings from? Tesha's in Indianapolis. Is it, look, how the weather up there right now, girl? Sharita Monique Brandon said, food looks delicious. Thank you. Lakeisha Johnson said, that was too cute. My vet. Did you stop saying my vet when Sandy came? No, I'm going to tell you, I actually stopped saying my vet when we had somebody hit my mama in the neighborhood. I used to always say go speed race to go.
You say my vet.
And my vet.
We had a
she had a Corvette, and I would always say go speed race to go. And one day we coming out the neighborhood, and this man hit my mama, and we went up into the neighbor's yards. And that was the last day. My mama said, Kenny never said my bet no more was speed races and nothing no more after that. But yeah, that was the story. Daddy, do you remember that?
Yeah, in the neighborhood, yeah.
In the neighborhood?
Was she speeding?
No, she wasn't speeding.
Okay.
She wasn't speeding. Not that time she wasn't speeding. Not that time.
I used to tell all the time, I said, hey, bitch, you need to slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She just looked at me crazy. Like, you need to mind your business.
You need to mind your business now. Hello, Denise Weston, Jacqueline Atkins, Miss Jackie, Deborah Moody, Sharon Brown, number 2, says, I cook pork chops, mashed potatoes, and string bean casserole. See, that must be a universal thought right now. Welcome, Kathy Wilson. Thank you, Mr. Rita, for that avatar. Hello, Pansy Taylor. Karen Thompson says, yes, you said number 2. Okay, I thought I said number 2, but I wasn't for sure. I was like, I thought I said number 2.
We need confirmation on that.
I thought I said number 2. Thank you for the hearts, avatar, Melvin. Now, you know, when he starts sending the hearts, it's kind of like, okay, we be good. Nah. I don't know how long we're going to be good, because we be good and we be loving each other. It's like brother and sister. It's like a brother and sister thing. What you going to do next? Because you being too nice. Welcome, Angelia Jackson. Yeah, Melvin, you being too nice. Welcome, Miss Artina Samuel says, good evening. Good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, Kathy Lau Stewart. Juanita Gay says, another fantastic meal. You go, James. Go, Daddy, go. Welcome, Deborah Robertson, Deborah Denise Hambright.
You all forgot to cook my cornbread, though.
That's all right, Daddy. That's okay. Sharon Brown, number 2, says, come through, James, and bring the noise to the kitchen tonight. Yum, yum.
Thank you.
Look, he did that fast, y'all.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be up in the And also, y'all, in 2 weeks, Candace, we getting 650 bottles of $1 Million Barbecue Original.
Okay.
We have 8 bottles of original left out of 700. So we appreciate the support.
All the support.
Yeah.
Oh, Tesha, it's supposed to be a storm coming here tonight. They say it was supposed to flood tomorrow, so.
I'm not going to work in the morning.
I really don't. I'm not going to work neither.
Yeah.
Look.
Call me. I'll take you to work.
You know what, Daddy? You might have to. That truck, your truck high. I ain't driving my car. My car sit low. That truck sit high. You might have to come on.
Okay.
My daddy had to come get me one time, y'all. I was flooded. You remember Daddy had to come get me? What happened? I couldn't make it to the house. Yeah. The flood just started coming up, and I had to literally just pull up in somebody's somebody's yard, and I was right around the corner from my dad. And he came and got me with that big truck. Okay. Miss Angelina Jackson says, good evening from Chicago. Waving right back at you. We got Chi-Town in the house. Miss Lamicia Johnson says, good evening. Hello, everyone. Have a blessed Thursday. Thank you. You as well. Letitia Dahart said, hello, y'all. Hey, Letitia.
How you doing?
Welcome, Wanda Richardson. Lakeisha said, you were traumatized. Yeah, I was traumatized. Life of Judy says, good evening. Good evening,
Judy.
Miss
How you
Judy.
doing?
Brenda Ogler says, hello, cousin. How is everyone doing? Love from Wisconsin.
Ask Judy, did she get her barbecue sauce?
Judy, did you get your barbecue sauce? And Miss Brenda Ogler, thank you so much from Wisconsin. We love you as well. Hello, Denise Weston, Miss Jerita. I love his little dance in the avatar. Kathy Lyle Stewart. I thank you, Melvin. Melvin say he gonna behave tonight. Thank you. Thank you for the 1,000 stars, Miss Rose.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. Thank you.
Derek
Thank
Tim
you.
says hello, cousins. Hello, Mr. Derek. How you doing? I'm waving right back at you. Hello, Miss Wanda Richardson. Lakeisha Johnson said I cook baked chicken, mixed vegetables, and mashed potatoes. Now that
Copycat.
sounds good. See, everybody got that thing.
I did it first, though.
Thank you for sharing the live, Mr. Derek Tim.
All
Dwight has say, let's eat. Linda Robinson said, tell Mr. James to fix my plate, please. Got you, Miss Linda. You eat everything, don't you, Miss
She's
Linda?
a vegan?
No, I don't think Miss Linda the number
Oh,
vegan. I think Miss Naomi the only one. That's the vegan. That's vegan.
Yeah.
Dwight has says everything looks delicious. Welcome Albright K. Michelle. Linda Prelo said, I heard you say Miss Vet not feeling good today. Sending prayers and healing for her with a speedy recovery. Thank you so much, Miss Linda. Byron Rogers says everything looks delicious.
Thank you.
Lakeisha Johnson said, we're on the brink of a drought in South Florida. I wish the rain could come to us. Oh, Miss Lakeisha, I didn't realize y'all wasn't getting no, y'all wasn't getting no rain. So what you doing out of here, young lady? I said, what you doing out here, young lady? Okay, well, we
Hey, we got
almost
stuff under
finished.
control, you know. And,
Oh, yeah, we good over here, mother. Michelle Hall says, looks delicious. Thank you, Michelle. Life of Judy said, yes, I did use
okay.
some this
All
past Sunday.
Thank you.
Keyshawn Wells says, hey, family. Hey, Keyshawn, how you doing? Jaretha Harris says, looks delicious. Thank you, Miss Jaretha. Hello, Jimmy Francis McCleaver. Melvin Florence said, I had a sandwich for dinner. Is that it? A sandwich? I know you. That's you have to have about 2 or 3 sandwiches for
Tell me,
dinner.
he can't work on it.
Who can work on a sandwich?
Empty
I
stomach.
look at who can work on a sandwich. Welcome, Carmela Golden Dickerson.
He must have go to work today.
Christy Scott say, hey cousins, hey Christy. Hello, Tasha Dorsey. Cynthia Gibson says dinner looks delicious. Thank you. Geraldine Bullitt says good evening everyone and happy Thursday. That food looks so good. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. Christy Scott say what's for dinner? Got an apple pie over there, Chris. Linda Prelo, thank you for that avatar.
Okay.
Byron Rogers, thank you for the avatar.
Let me go get that.
Jaretha Harris says good night. God bless all of y'all. Thank you so much. Miss Brenda says hello, beautiful cousins. Sending love and prayers to mothers. Sending love from Wisconsin. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Oh no! Look at Sage. Somebody had just said. Did we talk Sage up? Yeah. Somebody said something about Sage, and Sage done ran on up in here. Hello, Nanny baby. How are you doing? Yeah.
Sage, how you doing?
Good. Give me kisses.
Okay, y'all, let me find.
Hello, Lynn Reed. Lynn Lang says looks delicious. Thank you for that heart. Avatar, Miss Jaretha Harris.
Thank you, Nick. How you doing?
Camilla Golden Dickerson says hello, waving right back at you. Lakeisha Johnson said, I just want a dessert plate. All right, Miss Lakeisha, you got it, a dessert plate. Amelda Brown says hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Thank you, Miss Amelda. All right.
This ain't gonna be right, y'all, so I'm just gonna throw it on.
You gotta give me a hump. All right. So,
Crumbs ain't.
hello, Miss Lily Swinton. Lakeisha say hi, say. She say, hey, I'm sorry, Lakeisha. That's her signature waterhead. She say, hey, waterhead. I'm sorry.
Did Keisha hear that?
Oh, you say this. I don't know if Keisha heard that night, but see, you know, that's a little thing she like to do. She call everybody waterheads around here. Miss Brenda got you.
Once she started school, y'all, it's something different all the time.
Well, hello, Leroy Smith. Yeah, we almost finished.
All right, y'all. I apologize about it, but it's still gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's still gonna be good.
They singing. You would show up at Damn.
Miss Patricia say send her a big plate. Hello, Billy Grant, how you doing tonight? You want to have to take this out?
Okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. Hey, the two plates on the front are super pork chops with gravy and potatoes, and we have the purple cabbage, and I use bell pepper, yellow, and a few onions. And somebody can have it, man. That looks good. I take that. Then we have deviled eggs with the tossed salad, and we had chicken wings for Candace. She says she don't eat pork.
I eat bacon, y'all.
Yeah,
I
bacon,
just don't.
So you eat pork.
I eat pork. I just don't eat pork.
The apple pie comes from Food Town store, y'all, because we didn't have time to cook cake tonight, and we apologize for that. But everything come out pretty good.
One of these plates about to be mine.
Yes.
Okay, let me see now.
That's it, y'all.
Okay, Miss Lakeisha. Okay, Miss Lakeisha said she was a pre-K teacher, so she used to it. Miss Cynthia said I'm ringing the doorbell. Dwight has said enjoy your meal. Hello, Lisa Ray. Cheryl Lemon says good evening, family. Good evening. All right, so.
Y'all, barbecue sauce be here in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, so what we gonna do?
We got a co-backer in Rush, Texas. We put the order in yesterday morning.
We ship. Look. We American made.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about our tax going on.
I know it. Hey. And everybody say, man, once y'all get in the stores, hey, we used to be in 3 stores, and by the time you split the money, you know, and they want to go up on the prices, and man, you better if you sell offline and do it yourself, y'all. You know, unless you get in a Walmart, so.
Yeah.
So. But that's it, Candace.
All right.
You need to mind your business, take care of your business. Sometime, Candace.
I'm gonna look the other way and walk away now.
All right. We'll see y'all later.